My wife had an affair and wanted a divorce. Posted by Reddit user WW3Angry.
I'm 39, she's 35, married 14 years as of November, 2 kids aged 12 and 4. On December 4th, I pressed her when I realized her going to sleep early without me, being more distant to me. I asked her what was going on. She said she wanted a divorce. This time I knew it was serious. It made sense that she got a car, got a new job on her own, didn't discuss things with me. I didn't know at the time about the affair, but before she said it out of anger. I said days later, this only makes sense if you're cheating on me. She said she had an emotional affair. I asked a little more, and she told me it involved kissing. I was certain it was more than that, of course, but she was gone. She said she loved me, but wasn't in love with me anymore. I knew she was a different person. I saw in hindsight how she got to this point, blinded by my ego. I was not a good husband to her. I didn't love her. She didn't love me in recent months, that ended up leading to the affair. I saw everything, and how I was wrong, and how I made her fall out of love, arguments, not respecting her, not caring about her. She said she didn't want anything from me and wanted to see how I wanted the terms, to do it without lawyers, and I could have the house. A week later, I let her go after I took her phone in the middle of the night. I held it hostage until she told me the PIN. She agreed, she was worried about what I might do. I saw the texting and confirmed what I thought. I was calm now, and I agreed to the divorce. I told her I still want to be friends. And even wanted to be friends with benefits. She liked that idea. I also explored her records, saw that she googled Cash Hotel on December 3rd when she came home late that day. I realized she probably had sex with him that day. I found out who he was. I don't know exactly why or what order I did this in, it's a bit of a blur, but I also let her go on a date with the guy December 17th. We were having hot, passionate divorce sex all the time. She said there will be a time when she has sex with him, and then the friends with benefits thing will have to end. She also told me if I had sex with someone else, let her know, because that too should end our divorce sex. We explored and experimented sexually in ways we wouldn't have if we were married. Along the lines before Christmas, still convinced our marriage was over and regretful for the way I have been as a husband, I was in self-destruct mode. I was heading to the abyss. I knew where I was going. I was also suicidal. In any case, I started reading about how to win a wife back that didn't love you, that cheated on you. I got useful tips and told her, I don't really want to do this, I'm going to try to win you back. I told her all the ways I wronged her, that she didn't realize I knew. She seemed surprised and frustrated by this, as she thought I would be happy it was over. This was December 21st. I told her, I'm going to fight to win you back, you can choose between me or him, of course, I'm okay with whatever you choose, I just want you to be happy, as I knew I didn't make her happy. I was okay with that. Me, as a guy, I was content with living with a woman without true love. Sex was always there, but that deep connection was not. But I realized then that I did love her. I regretted what I did to her. She was sexier than ever, partially because she had to dress better and wear makeup with her new position, where she met the guy, plus she was exercising more. She was more beautiful than at any point in our marriage, and I didn't realize it until then. I was falling in love with her. I saw her beauty inside and out, how I hurt her, how she became a stronger and more confident person over the past few months, and I was falling in love with her in a deeper level than ever. I figured she was worth getting heartbroken over twice. I told her I consider us divorced, regardless of the legality. She did too. We still lived together the whole time this happened, although she was looking for an apartment. During this beginning process of me being a better man for her, she told me that the guy was married with kids. I told her she should stop because it's wrong. She understood. I knew it wasn't going to work out with him, I told her. She didn't yet, or didn't want to admit it. Every day the next day, I did the things I never did for her as a husband, showed her appreciation, grace, love. I told her, at times, when she felt that this was too much pressure, I said I didn't mean to. I don't want any pressure. I also said, at least let me show our kids how a real man should act to his wife. I continued this since we have had sex all the time as well. We have had some of the best conversations together in the past month than we ever had before, about anything. I was still under the impression that she may not have had sex with him, may have, but leaning more towards sex, but December 3rd, the day of the hotel, I wasn't sure if she got it. She searched for it, came home about 2 hours late because of a meeting, which is what she told me on December 3rd. Either way, I knew she was with him that time. I never brought it up, but I told her at times I knew more than she thought I knew. I also understood her not wanting to tell me, who would? Checking on about the guy, I had his number from the night I got my wife's phone, texted him that I would ruin him and his family if he continues talking to her. A week or so later, he tells her that he respects me, that he doesn't want to be a homewrecker. I sensed that she was hurt by this, as she still had feelings for him. I asked occasionally about the other guy. About a couple weeks ago, I said, "Did you love him?" She said she thought she did. I said, "That's a very good honest look at yourself, it shows your maturity, and that I find that sexy." December 14th, I feel that she is starting to fall for me. I feel it, she feels it. I am romancing her in ways I never could have before. She is appreciative and respected. 1 week ago, she confessed she is in love with me. That she didn't want to tell me because she didn't want to be vulnerable again after a few years of me destroying our relationship. To me it was too soon, but I always have known her to somewhat fall in love fairly quickly. But after all, I did it myself, with her, just before Christmas. She said she knew it a week earlier, December 14th. In the past couple years, she had been talking about getting our vows renewed. Clueless blind me of course shrugged it off and wasn't interested. I told her, now would be the time, if you want to do that, when you're ready, if we can make this work, as I fight for you. I told her that a week, after trying so hard with her, and it has been hard, but also natural. She is always on my mind now, something I haven't experienced before. I know I too have been always on her mind, for the past few weeks, since she has fallen for me. She told me 3 days ago she wanted to talk to me, but wasn't sure if she was moving too fast. I knew it was about renewing our vows, but told her it's okay. She said, just because I talk about it doesn't mean I want it now. I understood, of course. I don't want to do it now either, it's too early. I have built trust of her myself back up because we blocked his number together after she confessed she was in love with me again. She eagerly agreed, it seems. We talked and it was good. She said she still felt very guilty over the thing. I told her not to be, I want to help. I said maybe talking about everything with me, as to what you did, is a good way to forgive yourself, so I can forgive you. I said, earlier, I forgive her for everything she may have done, I get it. Which I did mean. Because she brought up feeling guilty, I took it as I should ask her about the hotel. I knew she never knew what I knew. After telling her I have a question, I asked her, so what did you do at the hotel? She laid there in bed, not moving. Tears rolled down her cheeks. She shut down. Moved away from me. We were no longer in the place we have been the past 2 weeks, in loving embrace and talking to each other freely. I said, babe, you're stronger than this. Please open up to me. She did not. I told her, I asked her because she said I was still the only one she was with. I thought she said, no we aren't, as a response, but wasn't sure as she was quiet, which didn't make sense, but I took it as her trying to admit it. I left the house to go for a drive. She didn't respond. I texted her that I'm assuming sex happened and that I believe I needed this to trust her to fully love her. I sent her many texts explaining why. After 20 minutes, I came home. She texted me, when are you coming home? I didn't see it until later though. I found her in the bathroom, shut down still. I told her I don't want you to feel guilty, I was trying to help, I don't always know what to do. We talked more in bed, and I made her laugh, eventually leading to sex. Afterwards I asked her a little more, I told her she all but confirmed it. She said she will never tell me what happened and that I'm just going to have to accept that. I told her I have to think about this. We went to sleep. The next morning, I told her I believe she is right. Love is all that I need from her to accept these terms. I know it's hard for her, I know she regrets it, and because I love her, I've tried to make her move beyond her guilt. Remember, she was the one wanting the divorce. I have won her back to a place we haven't ever been as of now. It's been a month of this greatest love I have ever experienced, she has said so too. But since then, I'm concerned because when we were friends with benefits, she said she would let me know if she had sex because she didn't admit to having sex or having oral or whatever else would have happened in the hotel room. This was Monday, January 21st. Yesterday I did my usual routine and had a genuinely great day again. We exchanged Valentines, she called me her warrior for fighting for her, I signed mine, her warrior of love. We laughed and embraced each other over it. We had a great night, with the kids making Valentines, and of course in bed. I woke up today thinking that she had sex with the guy. I realized it's better than waking up thinking we are over. I forgive her for it, but I'm still not sure what to think still. Any advice on your impression of her and me would be greatly appreciated right now. I'm not where I was 3 days ago before this conversation, and maybe she isn't either, but we are still in a very good spot. I have some questions about the future and my ability to sustain. She scares the hell out of me a little bit, but she should. I believe a man should always treat their wife like they're dating. I regret how wrong I was. She regrets how wrong she was. Prognosis, doctors of love. Today we are very different people from who we married originally. We are looking at this, and I told her today, it's like you may become my second wife. She laughed. I think it is the way to look at this situation. We're new people, we have to get to know each other all over again. There are things I appreciate about her that I didn't before, her sense of humor, her passion, her sensitivity, her sensuality, her romantic heart.
Okay, so let me summarize this a little bit, OP. She cheated on you over and over with this guy. She lied to your face about it repeatedly. When you confronted her about the hotel incident, she basically told you to fuck off. All of that. And what did you do again, OP? You took the approach of a simp and started groveling, begging, kissing her ass, and doing every little thing she wanted while she continued to cheat on you. Yep, that's definitely the best decision to make. Look, OP, her plan A, the affair partner, only fell through because you scared him off. So she figured she might as well stick it out with plan B, you, until the next plan A comes along. I think that about sums it up. Did I miss anything? I really can't imagine how you have to live the rest of your life to keep her with you. Do everything she wants, sacrifice yourself and your needs, toe the line 100%, or she cheats again. That's rough. And I really want to give you some support, but I'm sorry. I just can't. Your choices? I just don't agree with them. I'm gonna be blunt, OP. It sounds like you're someone who don't want to let go despite the obvious reasons to. You also gave her cake on a silver platter. She now knows she can do whatever she wants because you're her warrior of love, right? You will always fight for her love and honor. OP, you lost the minute you thought you had to win her back, and that you actually think that your lack of whatever pushed her to have an affair. Listen, my dude, let's just say that you indeed had been a crappy and neglectful husband to your wife. Do you know what she should have done in that situation? Talk to you. Inform you that you being distant is making her unhappy. If that didn't work, then divorce is the next obvious answer, not fucking another guy. Communication is one key to any successful relationship. Marital issues require good communications to fix the problems that you are experiencing individually and as a couple. It's good that you are working on your personal issues, but don't do it for your wife. Do it for yourself and the next person you will be in a relationship with, making sure that they won't feel unloved or neglected. Your wife, on the other hand, she should have communicated her needs to you first before having an affair and immediately calling for divorce. It appears you feel good about things. Yes, I understand. But her obvious lies and the fact that she so quickly jumped into an affair are troubling, to say the least. I don't think you are in as good of a shape as you think you are. You definitely need some counseling, OP. The reality here is that what you're doing is unsustainable. You and your marriage will regress if you keep this up. You're just prolonging your pain and opening yourself to another heartbreak when she cheats on you again, warrior of love. Aside from you putting on a show for her, nothing has really been addressed in your marriage. So just end the fucking thing already. Get a divorce and start moving on. It will be much better for you and your kids. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, make sure to subscribe to Patson to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.